Fucking coronavirus. People are getting sick, everybody's afraid, everything's getting canceled. It's just nuts. All of our favorite sports leagues are on hiatus at the moment, and it's taking its toll on wrestling too, unfortunately. So far we've seen NXT move to the Performance Center, SmackDown moved there as well in front of no audience. Raw is going to follow suit on Monday, and I'd expect that to happen for, I guess, the next few weeks. AEW Dynamite is scheduled to be moved to a smaller venue in Jacksonville, Florida, instead of the Rochester show, where we were supposed to see Brody Lee debut in his hometown, and, of course, Blood and Guts, which I was hoping to go to, and couldn't believe that I was going to get War Games on my first AEW show. But, nah. And then looking further ahead, WrestleMania is most likely going to be canceled. It hasn't been at the moment, but all signs are pointing to it. Then when Mania inevitably gets canceled, all of the indie shows are probably going to get canceled as well. We've already seen Scrapper Mania get canceled. A bunch of those indie shows already canceled, even though Mania hasn't been yet. And it's just not looking good. And even though it's a total bummer, I think most of us understand that this was really the only option. These events pretty much had to get canceled. And wrestling is going to be dry for about the next month. Raw, SmackDown, and NXT will probably go down in the Performance Center in front of no audience, or maybe a small audience of their choosing, which is kind of what AEW is saying they're going to do. But representatives from the city of Jacksonville are kind of iffy on the show, and there's talks that might not even go down as well. So we don't know exactly what we're going to get as far as content this month. And of course, New Japan has been on hiatus for several weeks now, so we're without that too. So while we still might get shows from each WWE brand and AEW, it's not going to be the same without a live audience. And it's not going to be the same until this outbreak is gone, or at least under control, to the point where sports leagues and live events resume. But honestly, this should only mean that when our favorite brands come back to TV, they should be red hot with really good content right from the get-go. Like I said, we're looking at roughly a month of different content than what we're used to seeing. So when things start getting back to normal, I expect these shows to be really good. It really is a long layoff, and when it does resume, everyone's going to be really hyped and talking about it a lot, and I expect companies to go all out. When we do start to see these shows in front of live audiences back to normal the way we're used to seeing it, there's going to be no time for filler because so much time has passed where they've had to kind of change things up. And I think that means storylines are going to be hot, matches are going to be great, and companies are going to want to put on good shows because they haven't had business in so long. Think about it. If WrestleMania and TakeOver get canceled, those are their two biggest shows of the year respectively. And those cards were set to have the biggest and most important matches. So if those shows get canceled, when they do come back to television in front of live audiences, they're likely going to start right back up with those storylines. And those are things fans were anticipating, and I have no doubt that people are going to be excited for them when they start to come back. And with AEW, I have no clue when we're going to get Blood and Guts. We also knew that Brody Lee, Matt Hardy, potentially some other people were going to debut. I would expect that they're not going to waste it in front of no audience. So when they start running live audiences again, we have that to look forward to, and you know that's going to be big. Then when you look at New Japan, the New Japan Cup was canceled completely. Sakura Genesis next month is likely going to get canceled. Dominion is in June, their second biggest show of the year, and they're going to start building towards that. So that's a lot on their plate. And after missing all that time, there is no time to waste. And I just think that that means more great content. And then looking at the indies, I know that canceling these shows are a lot harder for them than say WWE for financial reasons, but they're going to be looking to make money too. So once they come back from hiatus, you know people are going to want to see that and pay money to go to their shows, and they're going to be needing to make money. So again, more great content. I cannot wait for wrestling to get back to normal because I think that means we're only going to get great shows with awesome matches and storylines right from the get-go and really for the foreseeable future. Like I said, there's no time to waste, and I expect things to be red hot. And even though I'm upset that I'm not going to see Blood and Guts in 2 weeks, and I know many of you who are planning on going to shows, especially if you were going to be in Tampa, that really sucks. I think it's all going to come right back once this virus is under control. Let me know in the comment section which shows you are anticipating the most and which, if any, you were planning on seeing live, and what you would like to see happen once things get back to normal. Also, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. You can follow me on Twitter at NoCellTV and on Instagram, NoCellWrestling. Subscribe for more content just like this. This is No Cell Wrestling, and thank you for watching.